London Hot Radio.
Oh gosh. Greetings, people. Hey, listen, we're just having some laughs here at the moment. Big up yourself. Sorry I wasn't here last week or the week before, but I saw it going up. There's been a death in the family. My older brother passed away, and yeah, we had to do little bits and pieces. Even though he lived in Florida, we're shipping the body to Jamaica, so we had to make little arrangements and so on. So yeah, but and then also with work as well, because we went back to school a few weeks ago also. So we got the everything. What's it squeaking? Everything we're putting into perspective at the moment. So yeah, but yes, I'm here, and don't forget we've got Jerry P on at 4 p.m. this afternoon, so he's on from 4 till 6. And don't forget tomorrow to tune in to Miss Trixie, who is on from 5 till 6 with Tutu's Tea Time. So yeah, but Almac, how are you?
Well, I seem to be doing very well, Lady J. And I'm trying to push hard to, get to 100%. At the present
Mm-mm.
moment now, I think I'm 95.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I've got a goal post to get to. And
Mm.
eventually I will get there because I'm working on it. I'm working on
Mhm.
that 5%. And
Mm.
eventually I get to 100.
Of
And if I get
course.
to 100, Lady J, everything should be fine. Everything should be all right with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, at the moment now, I'm a little bit slow. But in fact, sometimes I sit down and get up and feel a bit cramp and everything like that. And it take me about 5 or 10 minutes to get myself together again.
Mm.
But when I get myself together again, then I could walk properly. I could walk properly, but not for a long distance, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
for long distance, because I'm working on it as well.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
I sort of go to the gym. In fact, I'm in the gym for the last
Yeah,
four
I was
four
gonna
weeks.
ask.
See,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm in the gym
Cool.
for the last 4 weeks,
Mm.
and when I get on the treadmill,
Mhm.
I do a bit of strong walking as well,
Yeah. Yeah.
and sometimes I try to run a little bit. I find it's not very hard to do, but they say to me, well,
Got to take it
don't take
easy.
it
Don't
easy
overdo it.
and don't overdo it.
Mm.
Well, now I start to really lift a little bit of weight, but
Okay.
like 10K.
Mm.
But now I find myself lifting 15K now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
people say to me, "But you're putting on a bit of weight." I said, "Well, if I put on weight right now, the way I look, I want to remain the way I am. I don't want to put on any more weight because the last time I had a little bit of belly, and my trousers was actually dropping off of me. So I don't want that to happen again.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah, so all of my trousers way too big for me now.
Mm.
So I'm thinking,
A
what
new
should I?
wardrobe.
A new wardrobe. But
Yeah. Why not?
I don't want a lot of clothes now,
Mhm.
because I don't go too many places nowadays.
Mm.
And some of the clothes that I have, like trousers, they can fit, but the waist is
Yeah.
a bit loose, if
Yeah,
you know
you
what I
can get
mean.
them altered,
I can get them altered,
Yeah,
but
you can get them altered if you don't want to buy new.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're not the same when they get them altered.
Well, it depends how, on the seamstress or the tailor. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
I don't know,
Depends.
but I don't think it's there is tailor around, but I don't think they do that sort of thing because it's not payable to them. You know what I
Well, the
mean?
cleaners across the road from us, they do loads of tailoring.
Mm,
Yeah, they get
mm,
every day they've got stuff in. I mean,
mm,
I had a
mm,
zip come out of one of my outfits, and you pay a deposit, and because they want to know, because the jobs are very quite scarce at the moment, because there are not a lot of people that want tailoring done,
mm.
because a lot of them are doing it themselves
Right.
now,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
if they can. um I do a bit of do a bit of seamstress. I've been doing it for years, here and there. and got my little sewing machine and that. But it's just sometimes I haven't got the time to go on it and really sit down, string it up and everything. Because I don't leave it out, I put it away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big up Sandra, my sister-in-law. She does everything. She'll do a little. She's got her sewing machine out and she's making clothes all the time. So big up Sandra, big up Roger, big up Errol. And it's what when I went in there, they said, okay, you got to leave a deposit. So I says, when will it be ready? How soon can I come and get it? So she said, oh, well, we've got about 2 weeks backlog.
Oh.
And she does the seamstress part of it, and her husband does the tailoring, and it's also a dry cleaners, and they do a really, really good job. So I suppose it's to find a good one. I remember they used to do it in Sketchley's, that dry cleaners, many Sketchley's, yeah. They used to do a lot of tailoring in there, and I remember a few people that ordinary people, that used to literally work for them, but they weren't based in the Sketchley's, they were based somewhere else, and then they'd send the clothes away to be altered, and then they would have it picked up and taken back to Sketchley's.
Well, to me that is good, because there's quite a lot of people around who have nice clothes which don't fit them anymore, because there's a possibility they might have a little bit of weight before and they lose weight, and they don't want to get rid of those nice clothes. So
exactly.
yeah, it's good,
and sometimes it's like, even when you've got something with a big waist, the person may have lost a bit of weight and the waist is a little bit big. You can put little darts. Put a couple little darts in it to kind of bring it down a bit. Cut a little bit here and there. It can be done, but you just have to make sure that they've got the right measurements that you are now, and you're not gonna, or something that you'll maybe wear, something that you may have bought that fits you now at the size you are. You may say, all right, then let me give them this as a, as a guide, and this is the size I am now, and or get them to, make sure they take your measurements and stuff like that. And it can be, they've got some good ones out there.
Yeah, well, it's to find them anyway. I mean, at least a good one, but
we've had that one's been there for many years. That cleaning service has been there.
Yeah, I know. You find people who actually do ironing, and my daughter actually employed one. When I said employed, I mean she found one.
Yeah.
And then if she got any ironing to do, she just make a loads, put them in a bag, in a very large bag, and they come and collect them.
Yeah.
Iron them and then bring them back.
Because I used to do that as well. I used to have some ironing dropped off. This was many years ago. Used to have ironing dropped off, and I would iron the clothes up, bag them back all up. Someone collect them and drop them off.
Someone said my mom still get stuff and tailored and altered.
Oh, Starboy Wizzy, big up yourself. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Starboy Wizzy says my mum still gets stuff tailored. Can't see that little bit. There's a bit of words missing there. But it still happens. It's still happening, but it's just for you to fight. Thanks for that, Starboy Wizzy.
Say happy Sunday, he said.
Happy Sunday to you, Starboy Wizzy. Big up yourself. Big up you and yours. Yeah, there are. It's just to find the right one, and sometimes you've got to search far and wide. To find, to get what you want. You may have to go a bit further, but then there's a lot of them around. Sometimes it's word of mouth as well. Someone might say, I know a good cleaners that do tailoring, but the majority of the ones that I've seen, there's a few of them in Croydon, and they do tailoring, which is really good.
But funny enough, today with new technology and all that sort of thing, you thought those people who do those jobs will actually have a little advert, on the social media.
Maybe they do.
Something.
Yeah, maybe they do. Maybe they do. But it's that's why I think you can always search it, and then it will come up if you Google it. Oh, tailors near cleaners with a tailors. Near me, and it will give you a list of ones that are near you, and you might be surprised. And then sometimes when you click, you might see one, you think, oh, that one's near me. You click on there, their page, and then you find out they have got a page on, they have got a
Yeah. Yeah.
Instagram account, or they have got Facebook
Yeah.
account, and
Yeah.
a lot of them, that is what is happening now. And I said that I was been talking about this for a good few years now, about people starting their own businesses, you know, even though a lot of people are losing their jobs because AI. And when you go into these shopping, Sainsbury's, Tesco's, when you go into these supermarkets, there's more self-service checkouts in use than
Yes. Yes.
physical
Yes.
checkout.
Yes. Yes.
And you'll have like five, all in Marks and Spencer. You've got like what, 4 or 5 checkouts, and you've only got maybe 2 people, that are employed there, and obviously they're on a shift. So when they finished, you got another 2, or maybe just 1
Yeah.
that'll come and take over for the rest of the day.
Well, usually I see one.
Well,
Because
in our
even-
one, sometimes we see 2, sometimes we'll see 1, but we'll never see all them checkouts full. And the majority of the time, you are going to a
Yes.
self-service checkout to check out your shopping.
Yes.
But as I said, a lot of people, staying on that point, of a lot of people have started their own businesses
Yeah.
via, even like you talked about you mentioned your daughter
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the ironing, and I was saying that I used to do that many years ago. I'd have the ironing dropped off to me, and then I'd iron it. When it was finished, bag it all up. You contact the people, them again, they come and pick it up, make a little buck.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a very good private
and
business.
these things, if I wanted to take that as a business, now I would build a page on, I'll do ironing for you, and build my page, advertise it. There you go. That's my own business. And a lot of people have started their own business. When you check on the internet, there's so many people that have started their own business
Yes.
via
Yes.
doing.
Yes, totally agree with
You've
that.
got people that have, even for years, you've got people that used to drop off documentary literature in, and you'd put them in an envelope, put a stamp on them, and someone would come and collect them.
Yes.
So there's all these things, and these things stem from people deciding, right, I'm going to start my own business, and this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
And they build up their business until next thing you know, they've got a great business going on.
Yeah.
That's like a lot of the sellers on Amazon, eBay, all the different ones. That someone had to start that and say, right, I'm gonna start a because we had like Blockbuster. Do you remember Blockbusters, the video store?
I remember that very well.
And then you had Amazon. Them came in and kind of knocked Blockbuster out of the way, because people were able to order things online and not having to leave their house. Because I remember when I moved to Croydon, we had a Blockbusters down there. And I used to take the kids down to Blockbusters. We used to get popcorn on a Friday, and popcorn, and get them choose a movie. I'd choose a movie for myself. And then once we've taken the movie home, watched it, then we would drop it back off.
Yeah, but also, Lady J, you can do business with Amazon as well.
Of course, I know
because,
that. And it's independent people.
Yeah.
You've got people on there selling jewelry. You've got people selling clothes. You've got people. You got people that have bought. I was looking at Dr. Martens over a year ago, and you've got the seller that's selling. They've got a little change together. They've decided, right, I'm going to invest the change that I've got and buy up some Dr. Martin shoes, buy up some Dr. Martin boots, buy up some Dr. Martin bags. So they now have become a business within themselves, because they've spent the money, bought all these products, and now they are now selling those products via Amazon.
But the good thing about it, Lady J, you don't have to have the experience as a salesperson, because as long as you supply this stuff to them, then they do all the business for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's the only thing you have to do. Just supply this stuff, and you don't worry about that.
Yeah.
And watch your few shillings come in.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you got all your, everything's up to date, and you are making sure that you are selling what you say you're selling, because a lot of people are selling stuff, and when it comes, you look at it, you think, oh my God, this don't look like what I saw on the picture. So they're, if they get in certain amount of complaints, then they get a strike. They get taken off of Amazon.
Yeah.
So you just got to make sure, if people keep saying, oh, they have to be sending the products back, they've had to contact the seller because even though they're on Amazon, you know there's a number there or email or whatever to contact that individual seller that is selling that product that you bought off of Amazon.
Yeah, yeah.
So and you would just contact that seller. If they keep getting things being returned, they're going to say, right, Amazon's going to say, you know what, sorry, we can't have you working through our platform anymore because there's a lot of complaints coming through, so going to have to, you know, cut business here. And that happens to quite a few people. So you just got to make sure you got your proper credentials and make sure that you're selling what you say you're selling. So when the buyer buys the product and it comes over to them, it looks exactly like what you've seen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, and I think those ones, as a business, if you've got a business and you're selling certain products, make sure it look how it looks in the picture. Well, near enough. You know, let the people see that, okay, this is a good independent seller on Amazon, and I bought so many things from them, and it, you know, everything I buy, it comes on time. If they say it's going to come in 2 days, it comes within 2 days. And those people now, they're making sure that the packages go out on time. They're making it go, you know, make sure everything's in place, make sure the tracking's in place and everything. There's a lot of work for them to do. And you know, it's all it takes time. But if you set your mind to it, I've got a few friends that are selling on Amazon. Big up my son Jay Friller. Daniel, big up yourself, aka Jay Friller. He sells products on Amazon as well. I've got a few other friends that sell their products on Amazon, and they've got their little account, and everything's going good. So it's just a matter of making sure if that's what you want to do, and anybody can do it.
Anyone
Once
can
you
do
put
it.
your mind to it and you say, right, this, I'm going to pick a product. It could be phone cases. You know, you decide that you're going to buy a bulk of phone cases, and that's what you're going to be selling. You might decide you want to buy a bulk of car chargers, or you know, and then you work your way up. So you've got car chargers, you've got ordinary phone chargers, and you've got phone cases now. They're building themselves up to, you know, to their own business, you know.
But you have to make sure that the suppliers, they actually keep got enough supplies to
well, that's why
for you to buy, so you can actually hand it over to Amazon.
And I mean, when you look at the there's a little button underneath, and it says 9 left in stock. So you've got an idea. If you know that this is a product that you like and there's only 9 left in stock, you don't know how quick they're going to go. So you may want to buy maybe 3 or 4 items of that 9 that is left in stock, just in case. Normally when they get down to a certain amount, then they'll say, oh, only 3 left in stock. So you know that you're going to buy that 3, or you're going to buy 2 out of it, or you're just going to buy the 1. But what they do, they end up, you know, making up the, you know, giving you enough time to know whether you do want to. They give you a choice, yeah.
But that you can actually continue with the same supplier, because if they run out of stock, then it's a certain time where they're going to make another lot of the same item. Yeah. So you can actually go back to them and do the same thing you do.
Well, normally if they're selling, you know, they'll make sure they bought their stock, because if they're down to 9, they may have bought their stock already, or they may be holding back on buying a certain amount of stock because sometimes they don't want to have too much of one thing and it's not selling. So if they have minimum and start as they mean to go on and keep building on their business and see how that works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed, Lady Dre, they have some demonstration the other day, holding some, some the flags and everything, and demonstrating about illegal immigrants who actually in this country, and they're hoping to get rid of them, but I think they got to a very weak chance of doing so, get rid of all of them. Because it's down to the government to actually do something about it, and if they don't do something about it, then obviously the people themselves, they can demonstrate as much as they want, but nothing's going to take place, you know. So I understand there was quite a lot of people there demonstrating about the same thing what I said just now, and I reckon the government will take some sort of notice about that, and eventually, I think they will more or less even make an attempt to do something about it. I mean, if they deport some of the legal immigrants, but they're not going to deport all of them, you know.
Well, it's
And
a process. I think because remember there's some of the illegal immigrants that are still maybe on the run, so it's going to be a process. Whichever ones they do catch, that because there's a lot of them here. We've got them, we've got immigrants coming in, but you've got to take into account immigrants are coming in every single day
yeah,
in all different,
oh,
on all different. Why does this thing keep going like
it's
this?
a lot of shops are becoming Jericho.
Okay. Team Backstage Pass says a lot of shops are becoming digital. Yes, I was mentioning that a little bit earlier because you've got they prefer you to use your card or contactless, or they don't want to see the money anymore.
No, they
And in a
don't.
way, even though they're becoming digital, that's bringing up a high percentage of fraudsters as well coming out because
Yeah,
they're I know they anticipated this, but they still are giving you ways as well how to protect yourself from fraudsters.
but how many people actually take that opportunity to protect themselves? Some people, they listen, but they don't do.
Well, it's up to them, innit?
Yeah,
As long as you know what you're doing, you know what I mean? As long as you know what you're doing and then you can give a testimony and say, well, this is what I did. And that's why you'll find if you phone a company, it will say the calls are being recorded for training purposes. And they've got you online.
yeah,
And then when you do come on, they talk to you. And then they do once you finish that call with that company or whoever, they will send you a survey to fill out a survey. What was the service like? Was the rate on 1 to 5? 5 being excellent, 1 being so that's how they build on finding out what works, what's not working, what is, people might think, oh, they're being so nosy. I'm not answering that. But the thing is, it's a good thing to answer it because it's giving people that are unsure about certain things, it's giving them that a bit of surety to show that, okay, well, 20 people have said that this idea is good, so yeah, maybe let me do a bit of research on it. And I always say that, guys, make sure you do your own research no matter what you hear. Always do your own search to find out what is really what, because a lot of the time when there are stories on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you'll only get like the headline. And you may get a little documentary type of podcast, where one is explaining a bit more in detail, but you still have to find your own information and make sure that you yourself have done your own research to say, okay, this is working, that's not working, and even like with the going digital, they it's a sign of the times. It's, as they call, the new world order.
yes, yes.
You know what I mean, Starboy Wizzy. Yeah.
I noticed. In fact, I was in Lidl's yesterday afternoon, and they used to have these machines, self-service machines, and they used to have two cash machine, which you can, if you don't want to use the card, you can use the cash machine. Now they only got one, and it's all people always occupy that one, and there's a long queue behind there. Many people.
Is that a cash machine to withdraw money?
No, no, no. But that's the cash machine in supermarket.
Oh, you're talking about the checkouts.
Checkouts, yes.
Checkouts, yeah.
I'm talking about the checkout. I'm sorry about that.
And most of the checkouts are saying card only.
That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah, they're only because in our one,
so
it just says card only. You can't even use cash at the checkouts. I think maybe in the bigger ones you can, but
yes, yeah, in the bigger, you can, like Sainsbury's and all that. You can use cash.
Yeah.
And that.
But you'll find that they may only have two tills two checkouts where you can use cash and card, and the rest of them it's like just whole row. There's about 7 checkouts in Marks and Spencer, and all of them on that side you can only use card. On the left hand side, I think you can use cash and card, but it's still
Yeah,
minimum.
but at the same time, Lady J, they used to have cashier.
Oh yeah.
But now, you hardly see any cashier sitting down.
Yeah, that's
If you
what.
see
Yeah,
if you
that's
see
what I
any
was
cashier,
saying.
you only see one.
Yeah, sometimes you'll
And
see one or you'll see two.
if they are busy,
Yeah. Even in Tesco's, you'll see
Yeah.
one or you'll see two. A
Yeah.
lot of the time, you're seeing one, and that's because it's gone digital.
and before
Thank
long,
you for that, Starboy Wizzy.
before long they get rid of that one.
Well,
anyway.
yeah,
So,
this
yeah.
is it. This
So-
is it, and they are not making it easy, and a lot of people are losing their jobs. I can't remember what I was watching the other day. Something popped up on TikTok. I haven't done the research on it, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. But a company, I think a company in Georgia or somewhere, they've just basically, I mean, it was on TikTok. You may have seen it, guys, where they've literally sacked
A lot
whole
of
company,
employee.
and there's
Yeah.
over 1,000 people working in this place. And that's what it is, because everything's going digital, because everything's going Bitcoin, and they've got all these things, and they're trying to, even though they're trying to stop fraud, you've still got a lot of it going on because of AI, and people are more prone to fraudulent you with this AI stuff, because they're able to get your voice. You might be saying something else, and they've got your voice recorded, and they can twist that voice.
To make
They
it
can
sound like
twist the words
Yeah.
within the voice, and you're saying something else. But it's your voice, but they've used the same voice to do something. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like what you get on TikTok. You get all these different voices, that you can use, and to say whatever you want them to say. Then you would just literally click on the voice that you want. I can't remember the names of them, but it's got like different voice when you go to share
Yeah.
your post, and it's got different voice. You can click and choose whichever voice you want, and it's got, I think, probably about 20 voices or something like that you can use,
Yeah.
which is really good. And it's saying, you just literally type what you want it to say, and it says it on your video. So AI is good. Oh, this is doing my head in. AI is good. Going digital is good, but it's got its pitfalls as well.
Yeah, but the thing about, I think, taking one step at a time. Now, when they get all this through, then they're going to start taking the next step by trying to force people to get chip in their hand.
Well, it was a bit like with the COVID injection, innit?
Yeah,
They were forcing people, but still not a lot of people. Still, there was a lot of people saying, "No, I'm not getting it."
Well, I did say no.
And they stuck by it.
Because take Sweden, for instance. Sweden, I think the last couple of years, there's a lot of people going about with chip in their hand. They're going to take a train. They don't have to pay any money. They just put their hand up against these things.
Even
They're
in the
going
shops to pay for stuff.
Exactly.
When I'm going to
So-
work in the morning, sometimes I see people lift up their hand and pray for something, and I think, wow, But even like with the COVID, where they were saying that, oh, you can't work at this workplace. They literally did that to people, and making them feel like if you don't get the vaccine, you can't work here. I've got a cousin, even up to this day, she never got the vaccine, and they did try and force her to get the vaccine, and they said to her, you're the only one that's working in this company that hasn't got the vaccine.
That means they put the pressure on.
They were putting the pressure. She didn't business. She didn't get it. Even up to this day, she never got it, and she's still working there. So it's all about, making your point and standing firm as an individual, because people have rights, even though they're still trying to take your rights away. You've got to know how to fight for your rights.
Yeah, but eventually, Lady J, I do think they'll try the very best to take your rights away.
Well, they
And
can
you
try. They can try, but you know what I mean. we don't know what the future holds.
Well, you can come to a
You
conclusion.
know, but I'm gonna, you know, if it's something that I don't want to do and I disagree with it, I know I'm not gonna be the only one that disagree with it. So there's people even up to this day, even like with the vaccine, there were people that stood up for their rights and said, no, I'm not gonna have the vaccine because I don't want the vaccine. In it,
Well,
is it down? Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2.
Can you hear yourself?
I don't know. I haven't got this. Yeah, so, I mean, even though they will try, but, you know, I still just believe in... Sorry, let me see. I think I should be able to... Can you hear me, Sin? Yeah, even though they might try, it's for who's going to fall into it. It's for who's not going to be strong enough, because no matter what they try, you can still fight it. I mean, maybe even by the time... them think that happens where people don't have their rights, maybe you're not even on this earth. You know what I mean?
Well, no,
it might
but
not happen in our lifetime. Do you know what I mean? Which is really sad. Let me see if it's... Oh yes. Ace Palace, big up yourself. Can you hear that, Sin? I
yes.
think Sin's coming to
Trixie
the
say yes.
rescue.
We can hear you.
Trixie Lee, big up yourself, sweetheart.
It's making a lot of sound there.
Isn't it? It's my mic, I think.
Yeah.
Big up yourself, Miss Trixie. Big
But
up
you see,
yourself. Congratulations on your return on Monday. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the individual. It's up to me. Every man have an equal right to live. I'll always still say that, but it's up to you. If you're going to be that one, that minority that's going to sit back and say, oh, sooner or later, they're going to, you know, we're all going to... No. You've got people out there that are fighting against it. There's still people out there fighting against it.
I guess you're right, lady.
You know, yeah, I am right. There's people out there fighting against it. There's people out there that are all for it, you know, and... That's what all these wars about, all these different wars that are going on. People are fighting for their rights. So many things that are going on in the world, that's why there's a war, because the disagreement, and then what somebody's saying, well, this is how our country's going to be run. You've got people saying, no, I ain't putting up with that. Hence, that's why there's a war.
You see, what I'm saying, that, you know, there comes a time when, you know, I mentioned chip in your hand, and obviously they're going to make it difficult for you. They're not
going to make it difficult for you.
Well, for everyone.
Well,
anyone
you know,
don't want to accept their way of dealing with things. Because why I say that, because take for instance, if you go to the supermarket and you haven't got a chip, you can't buy anything.
Well, when that time comes, we will see, because there's going to be somebody out there that's going to be designing something so that you can still, when you go to the supermarket, you can still use it without the chip. And even so, even mentioning that, a lot of people tend to do their shopping online. Sometimes they may only pop into the supermarket to get fruit and veg. Even now, you can still order fruit and veg online. So you're finding that a lot of people are, you know, buying stuff online. So sometimes I think it may even get to the stage where they think, well, you know what, if I can't go to the supermarket, I'll just buy it online. But, you know, they've been talking about these things for years and years and years, and then they will be still talking about these things for years and years. And the reason being is because there are millions of people that do not agree with it. That's why they will still try and say that they're making it mandatory, but you're going to have an army of people that are going to say, well, I ain't taking it. You know what I mean? And those are the people that are fighting for, standing up for people's rights, that don't want to take it, because everybody has a right to do what they want to do. So there are different organizations that are fighting for these things. Sometimes you don't hear about them, but if you do the research, there is so many of them, you know?
Yeah, but what I'm thinking, Lady J, you know that some time ago they actually put a sound on our mobile phone.
Oh yeah,
That's the
but
second
you can
time.
remove it. You can apparently. There's some button that you can click so that you don't get that sound on your phone.
You see, I think they're doing that for they're doing that for a
DJ
reason.
Jerry P in the
Jerry
house.
P.
I'm
Jerry
good.
P.
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
Not too bad, not too bad.
Well, they're doing that because
conversation. I'll come and talk to you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
They will do that because obviously there's a all right, we're going deep, deep, deep now. You know, certain things we can't even talk. You know what I mean? But they're doing that because there are people out there that may think, oh, hearing this sound, when you hear this sound, oh, this is what you got to do, this is what you got to say. But you still got to find out your research on why do they keep doing that sound check, you know? And if you do the research, you'll find out why. And there'll also be a group of people that will say, right, this is or when you hear that, you might be walking down the road, if you ain't on a level with yourself.
Big up Gerald P.
Who is it?
Trixie Lee, bigging up Gerald P.
Ah, yeah, Trixie Lee says big up Jerry P. Jerry P is in the house. Yeah, there are people that are out there that an army of people that are going to be against it, that are against it. I've heard that there's people out there, someone, you know, because I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist, and there was this gentleman talking about this sound that they're gonna, the sound warning that they were gonna issue, and then there was a thing where they were saying that they had people now that were walking around car parks, supermarket car parks, and saying, right, oh, come with us. Now you've got to know to yourself where you're going with them. Come with us, we can take you to a safe place. So you've got people that are just focus on this sound thing and thinking, oh gosh, I wonder what this is about, I'm really worried. You have to stand firm. To me, you have to stand firm in these things, because what is to be will be. So if you're gonna get all flaky and shaky, right, you got to do your research and find out what is really going on with that. So at least you know how to protect yourself, because if you just leave it to your own devices, and when you hear this sound warning, and any alert could come out, and then people are going to be running blindly.
They get panic.
The one them where them eye not open. That's what I say. If you ain't got your eye open and your antennae up, you're going to be running blindly. People are going to be stopping. Oh yeah, come with me. Come with me, I'll take you to a safe place. And those people who are running blindly are going to go jump in
And
motor
that
with
could
them
be dangerous as well.
Right? So you have to know to yourself, do your research and find out what these alerts are really about. What is the what is the what is behind it?
Well, I always think there's something behind it, Lady J.
Yeah, well, you got to find out for yourself.
Yes,
what I'm saying
yes,
is
yes,
that
I
you've got to
totally
do your own
agree.
research
Yeah.
to find out for yourself what it's all about. I'm doing a little research. I'm not going to talk everything on here right now, because you know the thing's set already. But all I say, people, I always, when I was at university, I remember the lecturer used to say, when I used to ask him certain questions, you say, Veronica, research, research, research. Google, Google, Google. And that always stuck with me. To do anything I want to find out, Google it. Now we've got we've got where it's gone digital. We've got Siri, we've got AI, we've got Siri, we've got Alexa, we've got Google, we've got all these different ones. Another thing that's happening, another conspiracy theory that's happening is when babies and children hear the word Google or Alexa, they're running for cover. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that.
The kids just literally they just panic. Hold on a minute. Let me read what's here.
The chip technology within the retail sector is only a concept.
Why can't I see that other bit? Oh gosh. I don't know if I'll be able to move that.
The chip technology within the retail sector is only a concept.
There we go, that's better.
Yeah.
Sorry, the words were covered. Okay, so the chip technology within the retail sector is only a concept and will not be rolled out compulsory. Facial recognition and biometrics will be the route. Yeah.
Well, they're doing the facial recognitions now. You know that, don't you, Lady J?
Thank you, Spiky. Oh gosh, I can't see.
Melody? Is that Melody?
Thank you, Spiky Melody. Yes, they are doing it. And they have been doing it for a good few years now. It's only now it's coming to light.
It's coming to light now.
And they're pushing more people that way. Thank you so much for that, Spiky Melody. Yeah, and that is true.
Yeah, they're actually doing a lot of stuff, behind the scene. And all these little things, what they're doing around, then there's a reason.
Okay.
There's a reason,
Definitely.
But they keep the people, keep us in the dark all the time.
Well, they can try to, but there's still us, like people like me, who is as I said before, who's a conspiracy theorist. I always go and do my own research, and I'm finding out so many things, and it's all about educating yourself on what's going on, basically. I mean, we will never, they've talked about this for many years, talking about the New World Order. It's happening now. When I was going to church, I remember mentioning this before, when I was going Sunday school back
in the day.
And they talked about the rapture, and the Gideon and all these kind of things that are going to be taking place. And we were growing up little, and it was like, what are they talking about? What's all this rapture? But I have to say, when you watch films like They Live, big up Jerry Pugh on that one, reminding me about that one. They Live. Oh God, I can't think of. Oh God, it was just in my head. But when you see, there's certain films that's out there. Leave the World Behind. There's a lot of films that's out there that's showing you what's happening, and it's for you to take sense from nonsense and figure out what's happening and work out how are you gonna protect yourself. Now, because it's all about AI and all that, the way you're going to be protecting yourself is you're going to be starting your own business. You're going to have to think of a way. I mean, they have like different loads of, there's an abundance of different things that they're doing online, that you drop shipping, things like that. I was that keeps on popping up on my algorithm, drop shipping. And I don't know a lot about it, but it's all people starting their own business. There's businesses where you can start, where you just sit back. You just got to make sure you're doing your little part, and where you're working with other people, but you don't know these people.
And they're doing the hard work for you.
No, well, you're doing the hard work as well, because you got to make sure that you're making sure that you've got the products to sell. For example, like what I was talking about, like with Amazon. So you got to figure out a way, right? I want to give up my job. A lot of people have given up their jobs. Some of them were earning all like $3,000 a month in their current jobs, and they've given up those current jobs and they've gone on to do their own business, and they're earning more. They might be a content creator where they might be talking about, for example, flowers or gardening or landscaping, and they're giving tips. Now, for them to give tips to people, that's their own business they've started now, where they've got their podcast, they're doing a podcast, they have to be, to make sure that they succeed in what they're doing, they've got to be going live every day. They may have to go live 2-3 times a day to make sure they engage with the customers, engage with new customers, and what the product that they're providing or the service that they're providing is legitimate, and people are able to buy from them. And so they've got to make sure they have the products that the people want in stock. So it's all about doing hard work, and you can have your own business and sorry, I can't see that. you can have your own business and be successful, and you can have your own business and you're not successful, but you've got to figure out where you're going wrong. That's why you have these independent, can't remember what the name of them, my cousin's one as well, where they go around to failing businesses. Your business is failing, they go around and they tell you what you need to do. Now these people they're able to tell you what you need to, because they're doing their research every day. They're working hard every day to make sure that they can go out and give a customer the news to say, right, this is what you need to do.
That is their job.
So that's what they will do. They will go out every day. They will make sure they're doing their research at home, how to become better. So it's all about the individual putting the hard work in, making sure that they're a success. So it's down to you. So no matter what's going on in the world, you can't really be sitting back and thinking about too tough about, oh, they're making this everything digital. What's going to happen to me? You've got to go out there and say, right, they're making things, everything's going digital, everything's AI, everything's right. What can I do to help it along? What can I do for myself to make sure I'm involved with this? Because there's a lot of money to be made. I mean, you've got people are online every day. They're playing music. They're online. They're talking about. There's a lady on TikTok. She's on various different platforms as well, and she was a driving instructor who worked for a driving company. She decided, the company started going bust. She decided to do her own thing. She goes online and she does her driving. She just give people driving lessons online,
and it works.
And that's her business, and she's getting paid from it from TikTok for doing that. But she's got to be on there every day. So it's all about whatever you decide that you want to do. You've got to make sure that you're putting in your hard work to make it work, because it can work.
And that sense, you have to have the time as well, because it sounds like a full-time job to me.
That's why if you've given up your full-time job, that's what you've decided to do.
Right.
That is what you will do. Yeah. And that's what a lot of people do. Like this chap, he gave up his full-time job. He was working in Holland and Barrett, and he gave up his full-time job, and he decided to do drop shipping online, and he's made more money from that within a year than what he was making when he was in Holland. In Holland and Barrett, he wasn't getting job satisfaction. Now he's getting job satisfaction. They don't have to go out with the. Some of them have to go and look at houses and stuff like that. It's got to the stage where you don't even have to go and look at the house. You can literally get someone, link with somebody who's got a camera that will go and look at the property, take
pictures,
videos and photos. 360-degree videos that shows you literally every corner of the house. And I can give a testimony because my son does that. He works with estate agents, and he goes into the houses, apartments, whatever, does the 360-degree videos where it's taking you can see every corner of the house. So if he takes a photo, for example, they charge them for each photo. It's something like £7 or £20, something, in those lines, for example. And so if he's got 20 photos, he can now sell them photos onto the estate agent, who say, okay, we can put this on our website. This is how this house looks. Someone's able to look at the videos and the photos and get an idea of the house, so they don't have to literally go out and look at the house. And my son, he's making his money because he's doing the job for those people that are sitting back and basically saying, right, this is the estate agency that's got the house on the market. They can, share it on their platforms, share it on their website, and you can see what's what. They're making their money. Everybody's happy. So it's all about putting in the hard work. And obviously there's always a lot of hard work, but it's what you're going to put in.
Well, Lady J, nowadays the opportunity is there, especially for the young generation.
Oh, yeah.
And I reckon they're actually doing a lot of that as well.
Yeah, there are a lot of young people that are doing it. And it's mainly young people that, because when you, if it's something, you know, I say, not this phone, but like my last phone, I remember like I'd say to my daughter, no, something's gone wrong on my phone. What do I do? She'd pick it up and the phone's okay. What did you do? They know what they did, you know, they know how to do it, and their brains is so fresh and you know, bursting with ideas of how to do stuff. Even you've got some very young children.
Trixie, yes, I agree.
Definitely, Miss Trixie, I agree. Yeah, it's true. Someone said we can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Who's that? Hayley Whittington. Oh, sorry, we can hear you. My glasses are going on crazy. Thank you, Hayley. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so yes, you know, there are a lot of young people and even younger people. It's unbelievable the amount of young people, 11, 12, 13, 14 years of age, that have got their own business. And you'd be so surprised that they are doing their little business how they can, and they're making little pennies. And when I hear little kids are like, oh, I've got £3,000 saved. I'm like, what? What did you know? And some of them are making candles. They're making candles themselves.
Yeah.
They may be making pencil cases. You know, they're buying pencils, putting like a little section of pencils together, pens and pencils and colouring, like a little, what do they call it again? I've forgotten it. You know, when you get your little pencil case and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Well, then Carlinic or something. Oh, can I forget? But anyway, they're making these little packs up and they're selling them. You know, so the younger people, the younger generation are really, really smart. And, you know, I always say the children are the future. So, you know, we as teachers and you as parents, we have to work together to make sure that these children are succeeding. And I'm so glad that our school got really good marks and we were on Sky TV. I should leave the link in the description. But yeah, they were on Sky TV where they were opening their exam results. Parents contacted us because they were really worried that, supposing with Sky being here and they open their results and it's really bad, we were able to say, don't worry about that. It's good. You know, because obviously kids are going to be worried thinking, oh my God, if I get bad marks, how do I handle this on live Sky News? But luckily they did really well, and yeah, it worked out really well. So we've got that on YouTube, so I'm really glad with that. And big up the year 6, the year 12s that started in September.
That's good.
Because
That's good.
I was really proud. There were students that I didn't think would have made it to the sixth form if they didn't put in the work.
Well, it's a possibility you got a little something extra to hand out to these people, these children. When I say handout, I mean teaching. Teaching. So, you know, maybe you done something right.
So we do.
And I know that when you see these children, they're having good results. That means you feel good within yourself because you feel like you're doing something worthwhile.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
You know, the thing is, sorry, Almac, we're not going to help everybody.
No.
You know, we're not going to convince every single student that this is the way to go. We're not going to reach all of them because some of them are like, you know, oh, I don't want to go to school, or I don't want to go to college, or I want to take a gap year, and you know, they want to do what they want to do. But what I would encourage to children everywhere, students everywhere, all over the world, is, you know, make sure that you try and work hard in school when you get that chance. I see students, they're doing the work. We put the work up, we put the questions on the board. After about 10 minutes or so, we put the answers on the board. You'll have children just sitting there waiting for the answers. What I encourage is, if you don't know the answer, write the question. From day one, since I've been in teaching, I've always said, write down the question. Write down the question, leave a space. Write the next question, leave a space. So that when the answer comes, because you don't know the answer, so when the answer comes now, you've got the question there, you've got the answers there.
You got a space to do it. You got a space.
Yeah, and you've got the answer there. So when it's time for revision, you're able to take that work in your book, even though we do put the revision on Google Classroom, but you've still got the book to take away with you, portable, and you can revise from it because you can remember what you've written. It's there in the book what you've written. A lot of children tend to just wait for the answers. Don't wait for the answers. Write down the question, because when the answers come, it may just be one word. So when they've got revision time now, they're just looking at answers, one word. Wow, the time. Thank you, Almac. So when the revision time come now, they're looking at one word. Claripastic. And it's like, oh, what does that mean again? You're not going to get it because you don't know what the question's going to be. So when they get the exam question now, and they're thinking, oh, I've revised all this already, so I'm all right, and all they've got is answers. When the exam questions come, they don't know what to do, because you don't know what this word mean. What was that? Why
Exactly.
did I write that
Yeah,
word? Biometrics, for example. Why did I write biometrics? What was the question that was asked? So I say over and over again, write the question. If you don't know the answer, write down the question. And the good thing about it, a lot of students take our advice and they do write the questions down. However, you're not going to get all. Sometimes you're talking to some of them and you're saying, write down the question if you don't know the answer, and they still sit down there not writing it down, because those are the, some of them is like they can't be asked. They will tell you, I can't be asked. Or you might find there might be a day when they do write down the questions and so on, but some days they don't feel like it. But it's all about encouraging them and pushing them, constantly pushing them to make sure that you're doing the right thing. You say you want to do this when you leave school, even if you're doing a work on a website, even if you're working for Amazon, if you're a seller on Amazon, you still got to have your maths, English and science to know how much money you're making, how to write, how to add, display your products, so that people are interested in them. So that's what it's all about. Yeah.
Oh yes. Well. Well, I think
just got to keep pushing.
I think we're coming to
the end of my show, people. Thank you so much for joining us. Bigging up the people on Kick. I can see that people are there. Big up on yourselves, everybody. I'm Lady J here live on London Hot Radio alongside DJ Al Mac. You can catch DJ Al Mac every Sunday from 11 till 1. Then you can catch myself, Lady J, from 2 till 3. Yeah, 2 till 3. And you can also catch Jerry P from 4 till 6. And don't forget, catch Miss Trixie live and direct every Monday, Tutu's Tea Time, from 5 till 6. They're also, I'm not going to go through all the DJs, guys, but check out London Hot Radio. Yep. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We have to go now. Don't forget, catch Jerry P at 4 o'clock. We will be back at 4 o'clock, myself and Jerry P. So, check it out. Love you loads, guys. Thank you. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much for the hearts. Big up yourself.
Well, love and respect to everyone. And thank you, Lady J, for having me.
Thank you, Almac. It's always a blessing.
Thank you very much.
It's always a privilege.
Thank you very much.
Always a privilege. I think we are at the end. I think it is actually 3 o'clock. I think it's actually 3 o'clock. But guys, don't forget, catch me next week. I will be live and direct. Make sure you have a great day. Have a great week.
Trixie Lee, catch her tomorrow at 5 to 6.
Trixie, I told them, girl. Don't forget to catch Miss Trixie at 5. 5 till 6. I did say that.
Yes.
Yeah, Miss Trixie's back banging out them tunes. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'm Lady J. I am out. One love, one aim, one destiny.
And
I'm
peace
out. And
to
peace.
everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Almac. Nice little show.
Oh, well, yes. Thank you, Lady J, for having me again.
Hey, people.
I always say that.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going upstairs, lady. Yeah. Going upstairs.
How do I
Yes.
let me see, because I don't know. I don't know how to. Can I go in front?
Yes. Yes.
That's all right. I went in. That other little bit, where do I press for that other little bit, Sid?
They should know not to speak.